Hey guys, we're back with another video. So, as I mentioned in my last video with the Thor Love and Thunder, it's been a while because of work and I felt tired on my days off, but that's beside the point. Recently picked up Thor by Donny Cates. It's like 2020. I just got this from the library. It's 6 issues. It's volume 1, 1 through 6. And I mostly just got it because I saw it there. I was going to see Thor. I thought, why not? So here it is. So, is it good? Let's find out. As we normally do, we have writing, we have art. There's lettering and colors and all that stuff. Inking, of course. Never forget a good inker. But, of course, as I mentioned, I think probably in my last review, I'm not a big Thor guy. He's kind of like on the lower list of like people I like, like Doctor Strange, Thor. I don't really like the cosmic side of Marvel. That's just how it is. I'm more like, I like Spider-Man, I like Daredevil, as you can see behind me. Daredevil, Spider-Man, Wolverine. I like the street level stuff. I like Captain America, Iron Man, the big Avenger guys. Are just kind of more entertaining to me. They have better problems, I guess. Not that Thor is horrible. I know like some of the funnier stuff, like Beta Ray Bill, kind of. But again, I'm not a Thor guy, so how would this measure up as somebody that hasn't really read Thor? I thought it was pretty good actually. Again, I wouldn't say it was like groundbreaking comic book stuff. But it was pretty good. It was entertaining. It was, of the few Thor things I've read, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I've read Thor Season 1 over there on the shelf. That wasn't bad. I do kind of like whenever there's, I don't know, I like a secret identity, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Because I like, not that I've read much of Thor, but, like, the original, like, Donald Blake, like, Stanley stuff, where he takes the cane and, like, taps on the ground, becomes Thor. I don't know, I just think it's kind of cool. I like the transformation and the problems of, like, juggling the superhero and the, but that did not have this. But it was interesting, because, again, you open it, and you got the first issue, and, apparently, I didn't know this, but Thor is now the King of Asgard, so that was kind of interesting. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Because, it's kind of like foretold in like the prophecies, like in the movies, and, many times, because he's Odin's son, but I didn't think he was actually the son, or I didn't think he was actually the king at the moment, so that was cool. I don't know if he is now, but at least in 2020 he was, so, good for him. Which again is kind of funny, because you have, we start off and, like Iron Man like writes on Mjolnir, have a good retirement, and he's kind of sad, but yeah, without spoiling too much, you have Galactus. He like comes to Asgard and he's like, Thor, you gotta help me. The Black Winter's coming, and the Black Winter is like a big end of, it's gonna destroy the universe, and Thor's gotta help Galactus. So then Thor and Galactus kind of going on a trip to gain more power, to build up enough power for Galactus to destroy the Black Winter. So we have, at least for the big two, on writing duties, we have Donny Cates, who I know did Venom. Again, I'm not too familiar with him, but I know he did Venom kind of recently-ish. And there's Nick Klein as artist, and then color artist is Matthew Wilson. Those are like the big three. Of course, you have letters and associate editors and stuff, but meh. No offense to them, but how did that stack up? Writing-wise, I don't know. At first, I was kind of like as the story went on, because we begin with narration, and I wasn't a fan of it because it was kind of just like doing like that thing like you're not supposed to do, like at least in movies anyway. I mean, it's debatable about comic books, but the show don't tell sort of thing, because it like narrates like, oh, Thor's sad because the hammer's heavy and stuff, but like, I mean, you can just show us the hammer and Thor having trouble lifting it or something like. And granted, maybe Donny Cates' mindset was like doing like an old Stan Lee thing, because Stan Lee narrated a lot, and it can be kind of entertaining sometimes. Like, hey there, true believers. Remember, Thor was out battling Loki, and he got his arm stuck in the chainsaw, and his arm got chopped off. Excelsior, it's crazy. It's fun. It's theatrical, if you will. But I don't know. I kind of wasn't really going with it at first. But then as the story went on, I don't know. I got more in tune with like what was happening, so I kind of like I felt it more. I guess if that makes sense. So the narration was okay at times. Not the best. But yeah. And then we have the art. Again, the art. I don't know. It was good. There was a few like panels I'm kind of like a few faces I wasn't too fond of, but again, overall I thought it was good. Nothing too, I don't think it was maybe like one of my favorite artists, but it was good. It worked for the story. I enjoyed it. But yeah, overall, it's mostly Galactus and Thor is our main thing. There is an issue with Beta Ray Bill coming in, and also going back to the writing. Sorry, I get a little jumbled up, but with the writing, that was a problem I kind of had, was with like at least like the first like half of the issues. It always ends with like a big character reveal, and I don't know, that got kind of like formulaic. And I know like they're trying to keep us entangled, and they want us to read the next issue. But I mean, like, I don't know. In trade form, it's kind of like, okay, we get the idea. Because I know, like, single issue, like, it's like, oh my gosh, this person just showed up. I gotta read issue number 2. But I was kind of like, meh. Like, I don't know, I got kind of formulaic. And then, of course, that kind of broke up too. So it's like, it wasn't too bad. But you have, cameos from Sif. Sif's the new Guardian of the Bifrost or whatever. And there's a cameo from Beta Ray Bill. So that was pretty cool. There's a big fight. And it is kind of interesting to see Thor as the king. Because again, I didn't expect that. So that just kind of threw me through left field over there. But that was interesting. Overall, what would I give this issue? Without spoiling it, of course. I would say probably like a 7 out of 10. Maybe 6. Above average, but not something I'm like going back, like dying to reread. So, yeah, like a 6 out of 10. Somewhere in there. But yeah, I did find the ending to be interesting. If we get into spoilers for 1 second, on the ending, the last like 2 issues, 5 and 6, you meet the Black Winter, and he kind of throws Thor through the ringer a little bit with his past enemies, which I would like to see. I think it's kind of interesting, entertaining to always like have like allusions to your past thrown at you. And then he kills Galactus, and which I'm sure is pretty big. I'm not sure what that does to the rest of the Marvel Universe, but because it's 2020, now it's 2022, so I'm not sure what happened after that. But he kills Galactus and uses his helmet as a entranceway to the Bifrost. So that was kind of interesting. And he also sees his ending. Thor sees his end, and it involves Thanos and looks like a bunch of zombie type characters of the Marvel Universe, like Wolverine, Captain America, Venom, Spider-Man. So that is very interesting. I'm not sure if they have plans for that in the future, but we shall see. Here's Thanos with his Infinity Mjolnir, looks like. So, no, not sure if they'll have plans for that in the future. Or if it'll be scrapped, we'll see. But thanks for watching. 6 out of 10. I'll see you in the next review. Peace.